Hi, this is Bee from Sorcery Soap, and I wanted to touch base with you today. I needed this thing that happened today, and I wanted to share it. I think it's a good thing to share good news. While I get to my point, I wanted to show you some of the things I'm doing with stencils because a lot of you that follow have a truckload of stencils. I know because you got them from me. And although these stencils are perfectly designed for soap dough and to put things on top of soaps easily or relatively easy, there are also multiple uses for these stencils. I have a ton of them, and I'm going to tell you why I think they're so fun. And of all the things I've created, other than my books, I think they're my most favorite item, manifest item. First of all, you can store them really easily, so they don't take up a lot of space. You don't need a lot of equipment to do this, and there's multiple uses for them, so you can continue to get a long time use out of each stencil for soap or other things. So what I've found from traditionally manufactured stencils is they're congested. There's too much stuff going on one page. I like these because I can store them easily, and then I just have this one design. For stamping, it's really helpful. I don't have to block it out. I can just put it down and stamp it. But these are some of the things I'm doing. This is a cat stencil that I have online, and then this is the book stencil. And I made this book stencil because I love books. And when I put it on soap, it was okay. So here's what I did with it. I'm making bookmarks. So I stacked them one on top of the other, just two, right? So I'm making bookmarks for the secret book of soap magic that has gone out and is going out right now. Thank you for everybody that supported me, everybody that's interested in that. So the reason I'm making bookmarks is because I love bookmarks, but I don't like reading other people's advertisement constantly in my books, because the whole point of me reading is to dip out and go into another world. I have some of these new ones on the website. Please sign up for Notify Me if you want me to create them. It's quite an endeavor to create them. So to have them manufactured, let me just put it that way. And if I get enough people that say sign up for Notify Me for any of these types of stencils, then what I'll do is redesign the packaging so they're not just for soap too, because this is a story for crafters and for writers particularly, because I know that writing is such an isolating job that sometimes we lose our way. So it's hard for I'm gonna tell you the story. It's hard for me to focus and to show you what I'm doing and tell you the story. So I'll just tell you the story really quickly. I received a letter today from a reader, and as some of you know, I wrote a lot of books. Well, a lot. It's relative. I've written a few books, and I wrote these years ago. This woman wrote me this morning, and when I get letters in I get emails, I'm always apprehensive. But I was pleasantly surprised today. And this woman created a business based on the inspiration she found in my book. I'm still stunned by that. I'm still a little bit, my heart is so full, and so all I know to do is share it with you all, because I don't know how to deal with the feeling of it. I don't think I need to do anything particular. It's such a big feeling. And it's just a feeling. It'll pass like the wind. It'll just pass. But when I think on it and I really hold that space of how that reverberated like a ripple in the pond, it's overwhelming to think all those moments I wanted to quit, and all those moments that I had questions about why I do what I do, and the darkness that has come over me for the last 2 years. And I wrote 4 or 5 books in the last 2 years. That's how I channeled that energy. And that's what I do. I had an idea this morning that I wanted to put together for you now that my emotions are calmed down, like the wind. Many years ago, I lived next to a golf course while I was figuring myself out. And in the beginning, when I started Sorcery Soap, time every day that I needed to, I just walked. So I walked until my head cleared. And sometimes it was 2 hours, and sometimes it was 3 hours, sometimes it was an hour. But every single day I did that until I got my head right. And then I blogged every day for almost a year. I missed a couple days, but for the most part, I was pretty dedicated. And the reason I did that is because I thought if I did that and I talked about soap, I got my own self focused. And then I blogged every day for a year, and then the algorithms would think that, that's what my whole website is about soap, which it was. And because I didn't have any audience at all. And so I did that. And in the process of doing that, I ran into some ducks on the pond. Shocker, right? And so I ran into these ducks and I started bringing seed to them. Just not a ton, but I just, enough. And their babies came and it was really fun. And so I just threw a little seed out to them. And eventually I became known as the duck lady because there was like 30, 40, 50 ducks that would fly from all over and land near me and follow me all over the golf course. And my husband would walk with me sometimes, and he saw how much these ducks were following me. And he started kidding me about, we run into other people, and they're like, oh, you're the duck lady. And I didn't mind being called the duck lady. It didn't matter to me. Anyway, one day I was home, and I lived in an apartment complex at the time that was full of apartments, and we were trying to save money so I could build my business and do some other things. So we, lived in this complex, and there's like maybe 200 apartments. It was huge. It was really huge. I mean, and I heard this noise, and I go out to the front door. It's not like I was like anywhere. I was like tucked away in a little corner, and I go out to the front door, and there is a mated couple, a Mrs. and Mr. Duck, at my door. Somehow they found me. Some amazing way they found me. And I was dumbfounded by it. I don't even know to this day how to make sense of it, because how could they find me? Like, smell? Like, did they see me go to my house? Like, how? So this morning I was thinking about this and talking to you about this letter because I wanted to share the good news with you, because I know I've been struggling, and those that follow along understand that. Anyway, and I started thinking about that, and I realized, as hard as I've been trying to find readers for my new work, and I got lucky and found readers for my soap works, so that's nonfiction and then fiction, very difficult, two different types of people, that I could just trust being me and people would find me. And all I have to do is do what I do. And the dark times are the dark times, and that's just it. Just like the wind, some days it's rainy and overcast, and other days it's not. And that doesn't mean one is better than the other. It just is. And if I could learn that lesson finally, I could get through some of these times where I feel great despair and question why I exist, why I feel compelled to do certain things. And I always put it in, just like everybody, good and bad terms. Oh, I'm a good person, and I really want to help people and inspire people. And that somehow just hasn't been good enough for me because of the sea of darkness that just, it's everywhere. You look online, I look online, I look to other people. It's everywhere. It's in our institutions, it's just everywhere. And so it felt like, what's the point of being a good person when there's so much of this other? And I'm not looking at it so pointedly as good and bad, or righteous and evil or any of that stuff anymore. Now I'm seeing it that I don't know that, a squirrel asks if it's good. And granted, I have more consciousness than a squirrel, but I guess some things I'm really clear on and some things I'm not. And some projects take a lot longer, like writing books and novels, and they take a lot longer. And so there's questions in that time where there's no results to it. And the longer I think it takes for me to do a project, the bigger the ripple. And maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But I can't even tell you how grateful I am for that letter today. It's more than a review. And I don't know if she ever left a review, but it's way more than that. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And I can tell you these things because I see who comments. And some of those comments have been so helpful in the last couple of years. I can't, before I get all blubbery too much, I just wanted to say thank you, and I'm so grateful, and I wanted to share my good news with you, and just hope that being together and doing inspiring things maybe can make a difference. So thanks.